12 o'clock, as advertised, we are starting our auction event. And further to that, as advertised, we have a very accomplished guest speaker today, Professor Adrian Saville, who I'll do a proper intro and welcome to shortly. Just waiting for people to continue to move in and find their seats. Okay, back to the formalities. Thank you for everybody joining us today, finding time in the day to join us. A very warm welcome. Our guests, which include our sellers, buyers, brokers, observers, and also a very, very big warm welcome to my entire team that is joining us from the various regions, the offices down in KwaZulu-Natal, Western Cape. We have our end of year function tomorrow, which is justly deserved. I think our team has put an exceptional amount of work in this year, and I'm certainly very proud of the continued contribution we have to the auction space in our leadership role. We were going to make an introduction to some of our shareholders, but I see they are not quite yet in the room, so I'm going to skip past that. Straight to the introduction to Adrian. Adrian has given us the privilege of his thought leadership on 2 occasions already, last year, this year, and now this will be the 3rd occasion. So I've been told that I'm Adrian's greatest fan. I am, and I know that a lot of you in the audience are appreciative of his contribution to contemporary thinking, innovation, and disruptive thinking. Adrian currently, and has been for a number of years, the Professor for Economics, Finance, and Strategy at GIBS, Gordon Institute of Business Science, where he was the founding director of CAM, it's Centre for African Markets and Management, correct? Adrian has had a very accomplished and successful career in the private sector and business, and recently returned to his entrepreneurial roots, 2023, founding Boundless World, focused on capital markets, business model innovation, and growth strategy. And today, he's going to draw on a lot of that experience to talk about building brilliance. And today we're talking about harnessing new models, markets, and mindsets. And I think this is a great way to move into 2025, some perspective on what to come as we see 2024 in the rearview mirror. So Adrian, I'm looking forward to a lot of your thought leadership and insights again today. We will provide for a short period of Q&A afterwards, because I know a lot of the audience members would like to put questions to Adrian. We'll have about 5 to 10 minutes, and we are hoping to start the auction at 12:30 sharp. So Adrian, if I can extend a warm welcome again to you to the podium. Thanks, Adrian.
Thank you, Greg. You take that. Cool. Afternoon, everyone. It's really good to be back with you, and even better to be back with you after the predictions or suggestions I made at the last presentation in the mid part of this year about what the end of 2024 might look like, and much of that has come to pass. So I'm going to do something even more unusual than in the middle part of this year, when I was quite upbeat about the prospects for the domestic market. I'm going to be even more upbeat. So an economist who is not going to depress you. That's a very unusual animal. But first I must declare my conflicts of interest. Greg says he's one of my fans. I'm a huge fan back. There's a proper bromance going on here. Because at the end of August, he helped me tick off a bucket list. I was incredibly privileged to be the guest of High Street Auction to watch the Springboks play the All Blacks at Ellis Park. So there's my declaration of conflict of interest. Right, building brilliance. This is supposed to be really clever because in the title we've got a reference to buildings. And you want to build brilliance, buildings can do brilliant things, etc. That's the end of the alliteration. What I really want to get to in the theatre thing is a joke here, haha, the heart of this presentation is how we get from understanding the context into implementing or building effective strategy. And to me, that's the big issue for business as we go into 2025, for really just two simple reasons. The first is that the biggest determinant of aggregate business performance is the context in which you are working. And overarchingly, that's outside of your control. Anyone who's been in our high street auction presentations knows that, this is one of my big arguments about the implications for business, is to first understand what your context is, because that context is going to be the single biggest driver of aggregate business performance. That then presents us with a response or an opportunity to react, and that is, what do we do back as business, as executives, as capital allocators? This is a really important consideration. You've had a chance to skim through the text here, and Kaplan and Norton, in a very famous piece of research, suggest that overarchingly, about 95% of businesses simply don't deliver on what their business strategy suggests. That they've got big words, grand ideas, and they just don't get there. And their quip then is that strategy is where the rubber hits the sky, as opposed to the imperative of rubber hitting the road. This gives me a chance to talk about my work in understanding business performance. Greg made reference to Boundless World. You did a lovely intro. I've got to rewind and go and get those three clips that you've got. But Boundless World is set up to help businesses identify new markets, new business models, where to go, how to go, and to interrogate that opportunity. One of the biggest pieces of equipment that we've got in this is understanding the attributes of businesses that have been successful historically. Now here, the business literature has, in the aggregate, performed a massive con. That what you have been told in some of the greatest business books are stories that confuse luck and skill. And that when we find a business that's been incredibly successful by market capitalization, growth in revenue, the success of shareholders, the CEO's magnificence, we then go and interrogate the CEO, ask them how they did it, ask the founding shareholders how did they do all of these incredible things, and then we tell the story backwards. It's a masterstroke in deception where luck, and I don't mean deliberate deception, but they are confusing luck and skill. How do we separate this out? I won't bore you here, given this forum, with the statistical techniques, but there are some very neat ways to separate skill and luck. But rather than boring you with the statistics, I'll give you the anecdote of Usain Bolt. If any one of us got to a start line to run 100 meters against Usain Bolt, we would lose. And we would lose 100 out of 100 times. We would lose 1,000 out of 1,000 times. There is nothing lucky about him running the 100 meters in 9.87 seconds. It is skill. And that skill is about his training, what he eats, the design with his coaching team, the hours that he sleeps, who he trains with, how often he trains, where he trains, etc. All of that is in design. And the design is your intention. However, let's be a tiny bit contentious. Usain Bolt is lucky. Because if he was born in Scotland, he would not be the world's 100-meter champion. Because he would not have the genetic construction that he has. He would not be a tall man with fantastic long legs. So he's lucky that he is born that way. Let me try and give you another, maybe even more contentious example. This is my favorite tennis player, Aryna Sabalenka. And she recently became world number 1. Now, I could make the same points about her. She's unbelievable. She's got an incredibly powerful serve. fast around the court, tall stature. And so Sabalenka is incredibly skilled. You don't get to world number one without being skilled. But she was lucky to become world number one. And the reason that she was lucky was the number one earlier this year at the time stopped touring. And because the number one player stopped touring, she was penalized. And so she loses points from her rating. Sabalenka leapfrogs and becomes world number one. That's lucky. Sabalenka did not design or cause the actual world number one to stop playing and to skip touring. So our task in assessing any outcome is to distinguish skill from luck. And that then allows me to talk a little bit about the luck that is, or good luck and bad luck. And so remember, luck is good and bad, and luck is asymmetric. You don't have unusual doses of good luck and unusual doses of bad luck. We all get luck distributed approximately evenly. Good things happen to us in life and some bad things happen to us in life. When we get to the end, we've probably got an even match of good and bad things. James Carlyle helps separate this in our heads by referencing the economy as the most important driver of business performance. The data that you see here shows the relationship between economic growth and business performance. It makes a very simple but powerful point that about half of company performance is explained by the context in which that business operates. If you are building a business in China and enjoying 8% economic growth over the 1980s, 90s, and noughties, you can make a lot of business mistakes and be forgiven by that 8% economic growth. If you're building a business in COVID, minus 5%, you almost don't have an opportunity to make a mistake. If you make a mistake, the next step is liquidation. So the economy can be an unbelievably kind and generous giver, or it can be brutal, but you don't control the economy. And so the economy that is given to you is your good or bad luck. That's that's the point, that's the argument I'm making in setting the stage for what do we do going into 2025. If the economy matters so much, a second piece of my research is about understanding what drives economic performance. Deng Xiaoping, I love this quote, I overuse it, but Deng Xiaoping says, I don't care what color the cat is, as long as it catches mice. Now, this is where many economists and strategists get caught in their heads trying to build incredibly powerful explanatory models of economies, and they do all of the theorizing and they ignore the data. About 15 years ago, we did something very different. We stopped theorizing and we just asked the data. What is it that drives economic growth? We had access to data for 160 countries, 60 years of performance, and 1,200 line items per country. It's a massive, massive data set. And we asked that data set Deng Xiaoping's question, what is it? What does the cat look like that catches economic mice? And we find from that work just 6 ingredients. I cheekily call this the Saville six-pack. People say, oh, have you seen Adrian Saville's six-pack? Not even a chuckle. I'll work on my material. But wrong crowd. These are the 6 factors. What I love about this is not only are they powerful in explaining economic performance, they're easy to explain and understand. These are the 6 ingredients. A country must have a high savings and investment rate. Savings is what goes into financial institutions, and investment is the way they manifest, including warehouses, highways, harbors, fiber optic cable, hospitals. That's the savings and investment. Demography is your work isn't done. Have babies. That there is only one country, there's like a shout out here. There is only one country that is transformed without babies, and that is China. China is the exception. Every other country that has achieved elevated growth is a country that has more people coming into the workforce, i.e. babies, than going into retirement. Education and healthcare probably speak for themselves. Openness, we'll come to Donald Trump in a second, but openness is, there is no country that has become successful by locking themselves away from the world. But openness requires functional win-win outcomes. And then the sixth ingredient is policies and institutions. Policies, great ideas, institutions that can implement those ideas. And we know what happens when those institutions evaporate. It's called state capture. So those are the six ingredients. We can then measure the six ingredients, and we can assess a country's growth structure. There's a huge amount of information on this chart. I've put it here really just for me to make the point, but the charts will be shared afterwards. You've perhaps had an opportunity to just quickly scan. You find South Africa, and South Africa is a 2% growth structure. So notwithstanding the fact that our policymakers talk about 5.4% economic growth, South Africa is in the business of delivering 2% economic growth. And that is our structure. We've been a little bit more feeble than that over the last decade or so under Zuma and then Ramaphosa, where the average growth rate over the last 10 years is just under 1%. It's very feeble. And you've been trying to build businesses with this missing growth structure. So what's mattered to your businesses much more over the last 10 years is strategy, not economy. And the fact that South Africa is not about to become a powerful growth economy anytime soon means that strategy continues to carry the game. Strategy carries the day for your businesses. That is where we need to pay attention. Having said that, I hear myself quickly becoming a little bit pessimistic. It's by no means doomsday stuff. There have been a huge amount of disruptions that we've had to wrestle with over the course of the last 12 months. Mexico is just a fantastic case in point of how spectacular change can be. A conservative Catholic society, that's the top left picture, a conservative Catholic society has voted a Jewish woman in as head of state, Claudia Sheinbaum. So, if you can vote Trump, we've got other exceptions. There's lots of other things going on, distress or disinterest in Europe, the saber-rattling China-Taiwan, the fact that the Fed hasn't cut interest rates by anywhere close to what was speculated, and so on. And then this big outcome a couple of weeks back, where it really was the flipping of a coin, but a slightly uneven coin, because I don't think that Kamala was up in a fair race. She came to the race late. She had been set up for loss rather than victory, and Trump is just a showman of the most incredible caliber. And he doesn't win. He absolutely thumps Kamala in becoming the 47th president. And we quickly get into now, what does the world look like under Trump? Whether you love him or hate him, and few people are lukewarm on Trump. There's no middle people on Trump. It's either here or there. Whether you love him or hate him, he will be head of state for the US, and he will implement his policies, probably nowhere remotely as dramatically as he did on the election campaign. But you can expect under Trump a couple of things. He says his favorite word is tariffs, and so he will protect the United States. And then he tells the energy giants, drill, baby, drill. And so the environment is put into second place as we go back for carbon. That's what a world starts to look like under Trump. Now, let me go to a piece of story, and we can bring this to business implications. 100 years ago, the expedition of Amundsen and Scott in their race to the South Pole, the one man achieves the South Pole, raises a flag for Norway, and returns safely. The other man dies with his entire team on that South Pole expedition. Scott blames the weather, and Amundsen understands the weather. That's the story for strategy. Shackleton, a few years after, said that he was going to spend the whole of winter at the South Pole. He was going to overwinter at the South Pole. What grips a person to want to do this? That's another question altogether. But disaster strikes. The ice shelves start to crush their ship. Their ship is eventually crushed entirely, sinks. And in watching this from a distance with his team, Shackleton lowers the binoculars and turns to the team and says, "Well, boys," it's men, "well, boys, she's gone. And now we'll go home." So the context is out of your control. You can't change the South African circumstance. What you do about it is inside of your control. Amundsen brings his entire team home to safety. Shackleton brings his entire team home to safety. That's the call to action. That's the call to action. So what do we do? Well, if we do the same thing as everyone else, it is unlikely to translate into success. Here's a really interesting piece of work from Ivan Toft, who shows the outcome of war, not glamorizing war, but the outcome of war in a 200-year study. And 1800 to 1998, the strong actor beats the weak actor 71% of the time. If you go with more guns, you win. That's what happens over 200 years. Then look at the more granular charts, which shows what happens when we look at 50-year pockets. Early on, if you go with more guns, you win. More recently, if you go with more guns, the big actor, you lose. And why have the big actors been losing? Because the small actors have been using what we call opposing strategies. They don't try and copy the big actor, they do something entirely different. And the big actor simply doesn't have the capability to respond. Think of Ukraine-Russia as a case in point. Putin said it would be over in 6 weeks. Here we are, coming up for 3 years later. So we can find lots of illustrations or examples from business history. Sport history is also another great place to go to Usain Bolt, Aryna Sabalenka, or someone like Ali, who tells us about what opposing strategies look like. Because although Ali is a champion for most of his history, when he eventually fights in the famous Rumble in the Jungle with George Foreman, Ali should have lost. Everything says Ali should lose, except he doesn't lose. He beats George Foreman in the 8th round, knocking the man out and reclaiming his world heavyweight title. And he does this with a very deliberate opposing strategy. And so I think that's the call to action for business. I've got lots of words here. In the interest of time, I'll leave those words and just use my case examples to make the points. A fantastic example is Singapore Post. I just had the good fortune of being in Singapore a couple of weeks back. And the South African Post Office is dead. Singapore Post Office is alive and well and profitable. The Singapore Post Office is open 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. And if you order something from the Singapore Post Office, they will deliver it within 60 minutes. Not ShopRite, huh? 60. Singapore Post Office showed them the way. And so that, we can learn by watching others. And what on earth is the Singapore Post Office delivering? They partner with Alibaba, which is one of the world's largest online retailers. And they turn the Singapore Post Office into Alibaba warehouses. And how does Singapore Post Office get there first? They embrace email. Email killed the South African Post Office. Singapore Post Office embraces it and they thrive. It's an opposing strategy. A similar but different example to celebrate Singapore. I had the incredible privilege of being in a presentation with Piyush Gupta. He runs is a good Gupta. He runs the Development Bank of Singapore. And the Development Bank of Singapore is an old-fashioned traditional bank with retail customers filling out forms. And he digitizes the bank. Today, this is one of the most digitized traditional banks in the world. Last year, they hired 600 people. 4 of them are coders, data scientists, programmers. And Piyush Gupta says the way that they figure out what to do is with a constant fascination with what's going wrong and how do we fix it. And when they find a problem in the business, their teams have not 72 weeks, 72 days, their teams have 72 hours to figure out the solution. 72 hours. That's the call to action. No Exco, Manco, board report, Stratco, then an implementation committee. Okay, let me finish with some upbeat notes on South Africa. So your call to action in Building Brilliant for 2025 is to figure out the heart of your business, the core capabilities, the essence of your strategy. And then when you sit down at the start line, it's not words, it's action. It's all about implementation of that strategy. 2025 will be a little kinder than 2024 for South African businesses. Photovoltaic irradiation makes this one of the countries in the world where it is magnificent to build renewable energy. Few places have higher photovoltaic irradiation than South Africa. Commodity prices are still elevated, and under public-private partnership, Transnet will go into 2025 in better shape than it came into 2024. Transnet is a long way from repaired, but it is work in progress. Our neighborhood is the second fastest growing region in the world. The two fastest growing economies in the world over the last decade are Ethiopia and Rwanda, not China and India. And sub-Saharan Africa is romping along with fast, elevated, single-digit growth. We live in a fast-growing region. I love my maths here. So I've got, idea, you just have to entertain me here. I worked so hard at this. I've got idea 1, I've got idea 2, I've got idea 3, and now, ta-da, idea 4. 247. I can count because today is day 247 of uninterrupted energy. And it is building confidence in South Africa. I'm not sure what's happened in your businesses, but I can tell you what's happened in mine is the diesel bill has disappeared. And that's free cash flow. And that's back to margin. And I can operate with greater certainty and less disruption. And we're seeing confidence in South Africa slowly restore. Last point, Greg, promise. If you can build brilliant businesses out of South Africa, here is my most magnificent example. Again, declare a conflict of interest. This is a company that I'm doing business with. I'm writing a book on this company with Bruce Whitfield. The business is called Time Bank. It's started in South Africa by Chart van der Walt and Konrad Jonker. It's a digital bank. You won't find a Time Bank branch. You will find a Time Bank kiosk in Pick n Pay or Foschini or ZCC where you can open your bank account. It will take you 5 minutes to open your bank account. You do not need a single piece of paper. South Africa has got some things fantastically right, including our Home Affairs, where biometric has been a brilliant build. So if you give a fingerprint in South Africa, they know who you are. And that fingerprint on the kiosk immediately identifies you as a breathing, living, existing person. Photographic image then tells us that you really exist. You are at the kiosk. I'm taking your photograph. They send a message to your mobile phone that triangulates you. Your bank account your bank card is printed at the kiosk, 5 minutes. Transaction costs in Time Bank, 0. You do not pay a transaction fee. And their cost because the bank is entirely digital, it costs the big banks about $170 per year to manage a customer. It costs Time Bank $17 per year. The big banks will have to drop their expenses by 90% to get to the same cost as Time Bank. Time Bank has now achieved 10 million customers in South Africa. Standard Bank, it took 160 years to get to 10 million customers. And Time Bank has expanded to Philippines, next stops off Vietnam and Indonesia. And Time Bank in Philippines in 2 years has opened 5 million active bank accounts. So this business in the space of 5 years has achieved profit with 15 million customers. You can build brilliant things in this country. What are you going to do? I think that's a cool way to end 2024. Be brilliant. Thank you. I'll watch the time, Greg. Shall we stop there?
Ladies and gentlemen, I could see that you were completely invested in what Adrian was saying. Looking at the faces, the attention that was committed to this. I would love to give an opportunity to do some Q&A, but in the interest of the fact that the auction has to start at 12:30, I'm going to ask that if after the auction Adrian is still here, you take that opportunity. But
Cool.
take his advice.
Thank you, everyone.
Build a brilliant 2025 on Adrian's advice. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Greg. Thanks, High Street Auction. Thank you.
At £5 more. Once, twice, to the final ball. Golden. Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is auction time. Time has arrived, the final auction for 2024. I wanted to say it is time bank for auction, but no, pardon the pun. So ladies and gentlemen, time has arrived. The final auction for 2024 with more than 800 million on offer. Multiple registrations right across South Africa on multiple properties here today. My name is Steph Olivier, this is the High Street Auction Company, and it is auction time. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, before I start, to bring attention to the rules of auction, everybody with the signature of bidder's registration form, the signatories acknowledge himself to have read, understood, and are bound by the auctioneer's terms and conditions. All the rules of auction, and has complied with all FICA requirements upon registration. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your rules of auction today. We're going to hit it straight into our 29 properties on the auction block today. Please, my team is on the floor. Sean, Niels, Noah is here, Savil's here. Please bid to my team. If I do not see your bid, I have online bidding coming through here. We have a telephone station coming through there, and I've got my notes in front of me. I do not want to miss a bid today. So please be vocal or be visible. Make sure I don't lose any of the bids today. Ladies and gentlemen, it is auction time. And we are going to start with lot number one. Lot number one, ladies and gentlemen, is taking us to Pretoria North, Temba, in 490 General de Wet Street. It is a fully tenanted student accommodation, accredited for 126 beds, serving Tshwane University of Technology, improved with 32 bedroom units and 4 one-bedroom units, a laundromat, ample parking, 24-hour security, CCTV, braai areas, obviously important for student accommodation, 3 storerooms, and will be sold with inventory as well. We have multiple registrations, ladies and gentlemen, telephone bids coming in, live bidding, online bidding streaming off. This is lot number one. We are the fully tenanted student accommodation in Pretoria North. Ladies and gentlemen, opening bid. Where better go to start in Evera? Opening bid, 15 million. 1-5. At 15 million, opening bid of 15 million, opening bid at start. 15 million we start. Opening bid at 15, thank you sir. 15 million on the floor. 15 million is on the floor now, 15 and a half. At 15 and a half million now, bid of 15 and a half million, bid of 15 and a half million bid. 15 million is in, 15 and a half. 16 million. 16 million, thank you, sir. We have you bid at 16 million now, 16 and a half. At 16 and a half million now, 16 and a half. 16 and a half is bid. 16 and a half now, bid at 17 million now. At 17 million now, bid at 17 million, sir. 17 million is live. At 17 million now, bid at 17 and a half. At 17 and a half, bid at 17 and a half, bid at 17 and a half. 17 and a half, thank you, Sean. 17 and a half is in, bid at 17 and a half. 18 million, sir. At 18 million now, bid 18 million bid. 18 million bid at 18 million in, 18 and a half. 18 and a half million bid at 18 and a half. 19 million, sir. At 19 million now, bid at 19 million. 19 million is in. 19 and a half. At 19 and a half now, but over 19 million is here. Now 19 and a half. At 19 and a half now, but over 19 and a half now, but over 19 and a half is a bit. 19 and a quarter. 19 and a quarter, I'll take you at 19 and a quarter. 19 and a half, sir. 19 and a half is in. 19 and a half is in, but over 19 and a half now, 19,750. 19,750,000. At 19 million, sir, you don't have to wave. You're going to take a bid at 19,750,000. Are you greeting or waving? He's waving. 19.5 million stands. At 19.5 million now, asking for 19,750. 19,750. Hammer starting. First call. 19.5 million. You have it at 19.6. 19.7, sir. 19.7 is in. 19.7 is in, but at 19.7 million now. 19.8. 19.8, but at 19.8 now, but at 19.8 million bid. 19.7 million. First call. 19.7 million now, but at 19.8. At a 19.8 now, but at 19.8. Second call. 19.7 million. That's the bid, ladies and gentlemen. Second call is high. 19.7 million. Going once. Going twice. On the floor. 19.7 million rand. Sold at 19.7 million. Congratulations. Oh, there's a hug and a kiss. I like it. Can the auctioneer also get a hug and a kiss, please? There we go. I'll come and take... No. I'll take my kiss now. Right, ladies and gentlemen, well done. Lot number 2, going all the way to the beautiful Western Cape. Sean is taking us to 47 Rosewood Road, Hanover Park in the Western Cape. We are offering a retail centre with a ShopRite corporate lease. It is a lease since 2005. Lease expires on the 30th of November 2027. So still with a further 5-year renewal option in place. ShopRite occupies 80% of the 2,350 square meters. Gross annual income of plus minus 2.5 million rand. Fully tenanted, ladies and gentlemen, ShopRite has established itself as a top performing major retailer in South Africa. This is lot number 2, brought to you by the High Street Auction Company. We are starting. Opening bid, 10 million. At 10 million now, but a bit of 10 million, opening bid, a bit of 10 million bid. At 10 million, opening bid, a bit of 10 million, but a bit of 10 million start. 10 million we had. 10 million opening bid we have, but a bit of 10.5 million now. At 10.5 now, but a bit of 10.5 now, but a bit of 10.5 bid to bid. 10.5, but a bit of 10.5. 10.5 is in, asking for 11 million now. At 11 million now, but a bit of 11 million now, but a bit of 11 million bid. At 10.5 is in, but 11 million now. For a ShopRite corporate lease, ladies and gentlemen. At 11 million now, but about 11 million stands. 11 million is in, but 11.5. Had 11.5 now, but 11.5 now, but 11.5 bid. Not taking smaller. 11.5 to bid. 11.5, thank you, yeah. 11.5, but 11.5, but 11.5 is in. 11.5 in now, 12 million bid. At 12 in now, but a bit of 12 and 11.5 is in. Now 12. At 12, at a bit of 12, at a bit of 12. 11.5 million stands. At 11.5, at a bit of 11.5, asking for 11.750. At 11.750, at 11.750, 11.5 stands. First call at 11.5, asking for 11.750. At 11.750 now, but 11.750, but 11.750 bid. 11.5 is there. 11.5 at 11.5 at 11.5 million go. 11.5. Second call at 11.5 million now, asking for 11.750. At 11.750 now, but 11.750. I'm selling at 11.5 million. Third and final call, 11.5 million rand. Sold at 11.5 million rand. Thank you. Musiek tussen en iets achter. There we go. Lot number 3. Lot number 3, we're moving quite swiftly through the lots. We got 29 lots on the auction block. We're going to Benoni. Candice has taken us to a 7-story, not a 7th floor, but a 7-story educational office block. And this is in Woburn. Is that pronounced correctly? Thank you. Woburn. There we go. Property situated in the heart of Benoni CBD, ladies and gentlemen. A gross annual income of plus minus 2.7 million rand. Basement with a shutter roller door, ground floor reception area, 7 floors in total. Fire escapes, extinguishers, all in place. Elevator access from the basement right to the top floor. Solar backup power. That's all you need, ladies and gentlemen. Asking for an opening bid for lot number 3. Asking for an opening bid, ladies and gentlemen, asking for an opening bid, 4 million opening bid. At 4 million now, but a bit of 4 million now, but a bit of 4 million bid. At 4 million opening bid, but a bit of 4 million now. Asking for an opening bid at 4 million. This is lot number 3, opening bid at 4 million now. Any interest at 4 million now, but a bit of 4 million now, but a bit of 4 million now. Show of hands, show of cards. Any opening, I'm going to open and close. Here's your opening bid at 4 million. At 4 million now, but a bit of 4 million now, but a bit of 4 million now. I'm going to open and close at 4 million. No interest on the floor, no interest online. Are we there? 4 million rand, open and close at 4. Let's move to the next lot. So lot number 4 is moving us to the beautiful North Beach Road in Umdloti Beach in Durban North. Stunning, stylish, contemporary penthouse in Umdloti with panoramic sea views. Entrance hall, lounge, dining room, family room, 2 balconies, sea view, swimming pool, lapa, parking, access gate, electric fencing. Potential income in low season of 3,000 rand per night. mid-season 4, high season 6.5, and then peak season we're going into now 12,000 Rand a night. 27 North Beach Road is situated in the picturesque coastal suburb of Umhloti Beach, which is part of the Greater Durban North area in KwaZulu-Natal. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 4. That is lot number 4. Where would it go? Any opening bid? 5 million. Had a 5 million now, but a bit of 5 million, a beautiful 3-bedroom penthouse at 5 million opening bid. At 5, a bit of 5, a bit of 5, we have 5, thank you now, 5, 5.5. At 5.5, a bit of 5.5, a bit of 5.5 bid to bid. At 5 million now, but a 5.5. At 5.5 now, but a bit of 5.5 now, but a bit of 5.5 bid. 5.5 we have, thank you, 5.5 is in, asking for 6 million now. Here, but a bit of 6 now, but a bit of 6 now, but a bit of 6 million bid. 5.5 is in, asking for 6 now. 5,750. I'll take a bit at 5,750. Thank you. 5,750 is in. 5,750 is in, asking for 6 million now. Here, but a 6. Thank you now. 6 is better, but a 6 million now. Here, but a 6 now, but a 6.25. At 6.25 now, but a 6.25 now, but a 6.25 to bid. Bid is in at 6 million. At 6 million now, but a 6.25. Online, I'm still waiting for you to come back. At 6.25 now, but a 6.25 now, but a 6.25 bid. Bidding is in at 6 million. At 6 million now, but a 6 million now, but a 6 million bid. I'll ask one last chance, 6.1 million if you like. Online, you're still out. At 6.1 now, but a 6 million stands. That's the first call. At 6 million now, but a 6 million, asking for 6.1. Have a 6.1 now, but a 6.1. 6 million stands for the second call. At 6.1, but a 6.1. Online, you're out. Floor is in. 6 million stands. Third and final call. 6 million Rand. Sold at 6 million Rand. Right. Next on offer, lot number 5. We're in 6th Street, Parkmore in Sandton, a multi-family residential block. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great opportunity. 24 modern, newly constructed 3-bedroom improvements. It's been divided between 2 penthouses, 8 townhouses, and 14 apartments. Shade net parking bays, interior compromises of high-end quality furniture. Each property has their own prepaid electricity and water meter. Parkmore is booming, secure suburb immediately adjacent to the Sandton CBD. Great security in place, ladies and gentlemen, for lot number 5. Kelsey brought us a lot of interest right here. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 5. Lot number 5, we already have an opening bid. At 17 million bid. At 17 million now, but about 17 million. Opening bid already at 17 million now. Asking for 18 million bid. At strong bid at about 17 million now, but about 17 million now. Asking for 18 million bid. Have it about 18 million, 18 on the floor. Thank you, sir, about 18 million. I see you bid at 18 million on the floor. Asking for 19 million now. If it about 19 now, but about 19 in the back of the room. Got you 19 million. 19 is in, but about 20 million, sir. At 20 million now, but about 20 million now, but about 20 million bid. 20 in the back of the room. He was first right at the back. 20 million I see. I'll go 20 and a half for you, sir. 20 and a half, thank you, sir. 20 and a half is in. 21 million, sir. At 21 million now, but about 21 million now, but about 20. I don't know what that means, sir. That means a little shooter. At 20 and a half now, but about 20 and a half we have. Asking for 21 million now. At 21 million now, your bid, Sean, is in at 20 and a half million now. 20 million 750. 250 more? 20 million 750 the bid stands. 20 million 750 asking for 21 million now. 21 is strong. 21 million is in and 250 more, sir. 21 250. 21 million 250. 22 21 and a half. Sorry, he was just before you, so I'm going to take his 21 and a half million is there. 21 million 750. At 20 million 750,000 now. At 20 million 21 million 750 if you like. 21 million 500 stands. He's in. 21 million 750. Asking for 22, sir. Are you in at 22? Right at the back of the room is in at 22 million now. 22 and a quarter. At 22 and a quarter, sir, at 22 million 250. At 22 million 250,000 now. At 22 million 250. At 22 million 250, I'll go to the back of the room. 22 million 250. 22 mil stands in the back. At 22 million stands. At 22 million in the back of the room. 22 million 250. Acknowledge, I'll count you a bit. 22 million 250. 22 and a half, sir. At 22 and a half now, or 22 and a half. 22 300. I don't mind playing around. 22 million 300,000. Now 400,000, sir. 400 is in. Now 500,000, sir. 500 is in. Now 600,000. 22 million 600. 22 million 700,000. 700,000 in. 800,000, sir. 22 million 800,000. Yes. 22 million 800,000. 22 million 900,000. 22 900. Around 23, sir. 23 million is in. 23 million 100. 50. So sure, we're not selling cars. Will you do it for you today? 23 million and 50,000. 23 million 100. And 50, sir. 150. 23 million 150. 23 million 200. 23.5 million. Great bit. 23.5 million stands. 23 million 600,000, sir. Yes or no? Say again. 50. I'll be the auctioneer. 23 million 550. 23 million 600. 600 is in. Now 700, sir. At 700 now, but 700 now, but 700 a bit. 23 million 700. At 23 million 700 now. Hammer goes up. 23 million 600 for the first call. 700 new bid. He's back. 23 million 700. 23 million 800. At 23 million 800,000 now. At 800,000 now, but 800,000 now, but 800,000. 750? 750 is in. Now 800. At 800, but 800. Any bit for 800. I got 800 at the back. 800, thank you. Now 900. 23 million 900. 24 million. At 24 million is in. At 24 million now, at 24 million 100,000. At 24 million 100,000, a bit of 24 million 100,000. 24 million is in. First call at 24 million 100, sir. 50 again. Is that all you brought? 24 million and 50,000. Thank you, sir. 24 million 50,000 and 100, sir. 24 million 100,000. At 24 million 100,000 in the back of the room. At 24 million 100,000. Bid stands 24 million and 50,000. At 24 million 50,000. First call 24 million 50,000. Don't lose it for 50,000, sir. 24 million and 50,000. 24 million 100 was before you, sir. You can't wait until the end. I'll take 150 from you. Is that a yes? Grant, I need you to just move out of my way. Thank you. 150 is in. 24 million 150. 24 million 200,000. At 24 million 200,000, sir. 200,000 is in. 250, sir. 250 is in. 300,000. At 300,000 now, but a bit of 300,000 now. 24 million 300,000. Just move out of my way quickly. Thank you. 24 million 300,000 in the back of the room. Yes or no, sir? This side. 24 million 300,000. At 24 million 300,000 now. 24 million 300. I have 24 million 250. I have 24 million 250 going once. At 250. 300. Thank you, sir. Is in. I can't go smaller, sir. We can't go smaller today. You in? 300,000? Thank you. Acknowledge. 24 million 300,000. Now 400,000 at the back of the room. That's a clever bit. 24 million 400,000. 24 million 400. 500, sir. At 500,000 now. 450. At 450. 24 million 450. Now 50, sir. I'll take. 500,000. At 500,000 now, but a bit of 500,000, a bit of 500,000. That is the 50, sir. At 500,000. That is your small one. At 50 years. Is that all right? 24 million 500. 24 million 550. At 550 now, but a bit of 550, but a bit of 550 bid. In or out? 24 million 500,000. I need 50 more. Take your time, sir. Make a phone call. At 24 million 500,000, first call. 24 million 500,000. Asking for 50,000 more. We had 24 million 500,000 as your bid, sir, right at the back of the room. 24 million 500,000. Second call. 24 million 500,000. And 50 more. Thank you, sir. 24 million 550. I have 24 million 550. 600, sir. Thank you. Is that correct? 600? Greg, just confirm. Is it 600? I'm slightly looking into the sun here. Is it 600? Am I waiting? Right. 24 million 550. I have 24 million 550 with a 24 million 550. First call. 24 million 550. Second call. I'm looking for 600, sir. At 600,000 now, but a bit of 600,000 now, but a bit of 600,000 now. 24 million 550. No, sir, it's not your bid. I'm asking for 600 if you like. 24 million 600,000. At 24 million 600,000, I'm raising it now. Last chance. I'll give you a moment. He's changing phones. Battery ran out. 24 million 550. Your bid in a classroom. Going once. Going twice. He's asking me to wait. Third and final call. 600. That 600 is in. 600 is in. 24 million 600. Now 700, sir. At 700 now, but a bit of 700 now, but a bit of 700 bid. 24 million 700,000. He's out. 24 million 600. Going once. 24 million 600. Going twice. Are we all done, ladies and gentlemen? 24 million 600. Going once, twice. Back of the room. Third and final call. 24 million 600 rand. Sold at 24,600,000 rand. Thank you very much. Right, ladies and gentlemen, lots number 6. Thank you to the underbidders as well. Lots number 6 going to Verenigen. We Temba has got a fully tenanted student accommodation, 50 beds, accredited private student accommodation, gross annual income of 2.1 million rand. Excellent location, close to the Bedford Shopping Centre and Northwest University Vaal campus. Borehole, solar energy, fiber network, armed response. It is all there, ladies and gentlemen. The fully tenanted student accommodation with 50 beds in Verenigen. Temba, lot number 6. We already have an opening bid. 5 million now. Had an opening bid of 5 million now, bit of 5 million now, bit of 5 million bid. 5 is in, thank you. 5 is in, a bit of 5.5. Had 5.5 now, bit of 5.5 million now, bit of 5.5 million a bit. 5.5 is in, thank you. Now 6 million. Had 6 million now, bit of 6 million bid, bit of 6 million bid. Coming back at 6 we have. 6 million is in, bit of 6 now, 6.5. Had 6.5 now, bit of 6.5. Asking for 6.5 million now. 6 million stands. Had 6.5 now, bit of 6.5 now, bit of 6.5 million bid. 6.5 is in. 6.5, thank you. Asking for 7 million now. Had 7 million now, bit of 7 million now. Strong bidding at 7 million bid. At 7 million now, but about 7 million, 6.5 going once. 7 million. 7 million is back. 7 million is back, but at 7.25. At 7.25 now, but about 7.25 now, but at 7 million stand. Asking for 7.25. 7,250,000. At 7,250,000 now, but at 7,250,000. 7,250,000. First call at 7 million. Second call at 7 million. Asking for 7.25. At 7.25 now, but over 7.25, I'll take 7.1 as well. At 7.1 now, last chance. At 7,100,000. At 7,100,000, a bit over 100,000, a bit over 100,000 to go. Hammer his eye at 7 million rand. Going once, twice. Third and final call at 7 million rand. Sold at 7 million rand. Right, Zama took us on a trip to Bryanston, 30 Brook Avenue in Bryanston. Huge, magnificent modern home. Earth size of 4,694 square meters, side improvement of 1,300. We have 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 5 garages, so a car, a bed, and a toilet for each. Fantastic. 2 kitchens with sculleries, double volume study, a pajama room, which I'm not familiar with, a cinema room, a wine cellar with bar, patio, sliding doors, formal lounge, covered patio outside, a pizza oven, a jacuzzi, staff accommodation, and is fully furnished, and that is an optional. Bryanston, located in the northern Johannesburg, known as the lush, green, spacious properties of upscale living. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 7. Zama, here we go. Already we have opening bid 8 million rand. 8 million now, but about 8 million opening bid, about 8 million we start. 8 million we start, about 8 now, but about 8.5. At 8.5 million now, but about 8.5, but about 8.5. Right in front, 8.5. Sean, my man, is in at 8.5 right in front. 8.5 is in, but about 9 million now. About a 9 now, 9, thank you. 9 is in now, about a 9.5, sir. At 9.5 million now, but about 9.5, thank you. 9.5 is in, but about 10 million now. At 10 million now, beautiful. 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms. 10 million is in. 10.5, sir. At 10.5, over 10.5. 10.5 is in, thank you. 10.5 is in, 11 million now. At 11 million now, at 11 million now, at 11 million now. 10.5 is right in front. 11 million now. I'll take 10,750. At 10,750. 11.5 million right in front. At 11.5, at 11.5, at 11.5 at a bid. 11.5 stands here, right here. 11,750. At 10,750 now, but at 10,750, but at 10,750 to bid. 10.5 is in front. At 10.5 million now, but at 10.5 million going once. At 10.5 million, asking for 10,750,000, sir. At 10,750,000, 10,750,000. Second call in front. At 10.5, yeah, but a bit of 10.5, but a bit of 10.5 to bid. 10.5 million. Third and final call, ladies and gentlemen. Right in front. 10,750,000, final chance. 10,750,000. Third and final call. We are knocking down 10.5 million rand. Sold at 10.5 million rand. Congratulations. Well done. Right, ladies and gentlemen, Sean van Jaarsveld took us all the way to the beautiful suburb of Paarl in Cape Town. He brought us 3 beautiful water-rich farms in Paarl. This is a fantastic area in Drakenstein. Zoning is agricultural, obviously. We've got the combined land size of 97 hectares. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 3 farms on offer. Interest was shown in all 3 units. We will be selling it as a combined unit. As a combined unit, you will be bidding on 3 Waterreach farms in Paarl. First farm, 36 hectares. Second farm, 19 hectares. And third farm, 42 hectares. All under vine, ladies and gentlemen. 6 hectares of vine, 16 hectares of vine, and 23 hectares of vine. One of the portions have a 5-bedroom house, another farm has a 4-bedroom house, and the other one has a large dam of the 3-bedroom house. Ladies and gentlemen, we are selling this as a going concern. This is lot number 8. You might be moving December to beautiful Paarl and living on each of your 3 farms. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great opportunity. Lot number 8, we are selling the great going concern of 3 Waterreach farms in Drakenstein, Paarl area. Ladies and gentlemen, opening bid for the combined 97 hectares of fine, of vineyards. Ladies and gentlemen, where we go, starting now, 30 million. 30 million, a bit of it, 30 million opening bid, 30 million opening bid. All 3 wine farms at 30 million, ladies and gentlemen. Opening bid of 30 million now, bit of 30 million now, bit of 30 million bid. Opening bid at 30 million. At 30 million now, bit of 30 million bid, opening bid 30 million. For all 3 farms, ladies and gentlemen, 30 million now, bit of 30 million. Asking for an opening bid at 30 million now. Any interest shown? At 30 million now, bit of 30 million now, bit of 30 million now. Move to the Western Cape in Paarl for 30 million. Any offers? 30 million opening bid. No interest at 30 million. Please speak to Sean and we'll move that straight along to the next lot. Thank you very much. Lot number 9. Luxurious apartment block. Tim took us to New Makkelneek. Oh, fantastic. Makkelneek. Everybody's been tempting me with all my pronunciations. So we are New Makkelneek, Pretoria Embassy Suites, ladies and gentlemen. Luxurious apartment block, 12 high-end apartments with spacious layouts, modern kitchens, and ensuite bathrooms. 2-bedroom penthouse on top floor with 360-degree views of Pretoria. Elevators, 28 parking bays, vacant occupation, ladies and gentlemen. What a great investment opportunity. This is lot number 9. Opening bid already coming through. Opening bid is already in at 15 million now. At 15 million opening bid, 1.5 is in, 15.5. At 15.5 million now, but a 15.5. 15.5 million stands. 15 is out, 15.5. Thank you, sir. I have you. 15.5 is on my left hand side. 16 million now. At 16 million, but a 16 million. 16 million is in. 16.5, sir. At 16 million now, but a 16 million now, but a 16 is in. At 16 now, but a 16 is in. 16 is in. Thank you. Now 16.5, Greg. At 16.5 now, but a 16.5 million now, but a 16.5 bit to bit. At 16.5 million now, 16 million is in. At 16.5, but a 16.5 now, but a 16.5 now, but a 16.5 to bit. 16.5. 17 million, thank you. 17 million is in. 17.5, sir. At 17.5 million now, but a 17.5 now, but a 17.5 million a bit. 17 million stands. At 17.5. At 17.5 now, but a 17.5 now, but a 17.5 a bit. 17 is in. 17.5. That means 20 million to me, sir. 17 million, can I make it 250? It's easier for the auctioneer to count. Thank you for the extra 50. 17 million, 250, asking for 17.5. At 17.5 million now, but a 17.5 now, but a 17.5. 17.5 is in, thank you, Greg. 17.5 is in. 17.5 is in with a 17 million, 750. At 17 million, 750,000 now. At 17 million, 750, think about it. We'll come back to you now. 17.5 million is there. Online, you are still out. 17.5 million, a bit of 17.5 now, but a bit of 17.5 million there. I'm asking for 17 million, 750,000 now. At 17 million, 750 now, but a 17 million. 18.2. 18.25 is already in. 18.25. Can I make 18.25? Is that happy days? 18.25, thank you, sir. I got the knot. 18,250,000. 18,250, but 18,250,000 now. Asking for 18.5 million, sir. 18.5 now, but about 18.5 now, but about 18.5 million bid. At 18.5 now, but about 18.5 online at 18.5 million now. 18.5 now, but 18.5. 18.5, but about 18.5 going. First call at 18.5 million now. Second call at 18.5 million now, but about 18.5 million now, but about 18.5 million bid. Ladies and gentlemen, Hammer's Eye, asking for 18.5 million now. Third and final call, 18,250,000 rand. Where are we going? 18.5. At 18.5 now, but at 18.5 now, but at 18.5 million bid. I'm knocking down, ladies and gentlemen. 18,200,000. 19 million, strong bid. At 19 million is in. 19 million now, but at 19 million, come gents. 19 million is in. Don't think about it as only money. At 19 million is in. Asking for 19 and a quarter. At 19 and a quarter now, but at 19 and a quarter now, but at 19 and a quarter to bid. At 19 and a quarter. At 19 and a quarter now, but at 19 and a quarter, but at 19 million is in. 19 million now, but at 19 million. First call. 19 and a quarter. At 19 and a quarter now, but about 19 and a quarter on, 19 and a quarter now. What about 19 and a half? At 19 and a half now, but about 19 and a half now, but about 19 and a half to bid. At 19 and a half now, but about 19 and a half, but about 19 and a half to bid. 19 million going once. 19 million now, but 19 million going twice. Final chance. Third and final call. Greg Command is in. 19 million rand. Third and final call. We sold it. 19 million rand. Congratulations. Right. Lot number 10. We're moving quite nicely through the lots. Lot number 10 is Spirit of Bidding. Love this energy. We are moving, Cherise, to KwaZulu-Natal. I'm not allowed to say Cato Ridge, it's Kato Ridge, apparently. Cato Ridge Dry Port Development, prime industrial land, ladies and gentlemen, in KwaZulu-Natal. Vacant land in an earth size of over and above 50 hectares. Zoning is General Industrial 2. 7 approved subdivisions, water and electricity on the boundaries. Ladies and gentlemen, please, for the interested parties on this lot, please listen very closely. With the separate portions, we will offer this afternoon a square meter rate. We will offer a square meter rate. You will be bidding on a square meter rate. The buyer will have the opportunity then to select a portion, if not all the portions, achieved at the highest rate. So you can select at the highest rate per square meter achieved. You can select any of the 7 portions on offer, or you can select all 7 at the same rate. You cannot chop and change your rate. We will auction off the square meter rate. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the rate we are selling. We have 50 hectares to offer in 7 portions, approved subdivisions. We are selling the per square meter rate. Ladies and gentlemen, that is on offer. Lot number 10. Per square meter, ladies and gentlemen, where would it go? Would it start any hour ago? 250 a square. At 250 rand a square meter a bit. At 250 now, but a bit of 250, but a bit of 250. Yes, 250 is in. 250 rand now, 300 rand a bit. 300 rand a square meter. The rate is now 300 now. 300 a square meter now. At 300 now, but a 300 now, but a 300 rand a square meter bit. At 300 now, but a 350. At a 350, but a 350 now. 350. That is the rate now. 350. Yes, 350 now a square. At 350, the rate is at 350 now, but a 350 a square. 350, 400. 400 now. 400 rand a square meter bid. At 400 now, but a bit of 400 now, but a bit of 400 rand a bit. Bid stands at 400 rand a square meter. At 400 now, but a bit of 400 now, but a bit of 400 rand a bit. 400. Going once. At 400 rand a square meter, ladies and gentlemen. Going twice now. At 400 rand a square meter. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the rate. You can select any of the subdivisions or all 7 at 400 rand, a bit of 400 now, but a bit of 400 rand a square meter. Hammer's Eye, third and final call, 400 rand a square meter. Third and final call. We are selling 400 rand a square meter to bid. Sold it, 400 rand a square meter. Well done. Right, lot number 11. Mr. Branford is taking us to Germiston, newly leased workshop and warehouse, freestanding industrial facility with a new 3-year lease. Exceptional, neat and well-maintained standalone industrial facility. Property comprises of a warehouse office component with 8 offices, ablution facilities and change rooms and a kitchenette, which is very, very important. Germiston Extension 3 Industrial is a vibrant and strategically located industrial area nestled within the bustling city of Germiston. That is where we are at lot number 11, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are. Already we bid. Opening bid at 8 million now. Had 8 million now, but about 8 million bid, but about 8 million bid. 8 million, but about 8 million. Thank you, but about 8 million now, but 8.5 to bid. Had 8.5 now, but about 8.5. 8.5, but about 8.5. Thank you. 8.5, but about 8.5 now. Spirit bidding at 9 million now. About 9 now, but about 9 now, but about 9. 9.25. 9.25 now, but about 9.25. That's 9,250,000. 9,250. At 9,250, but 9,250. Asking for 9.5. About 9.5 now, but about 9.5. 9,250. Asking for 9.5. About 9.5 now, but about 9.5 now, but about 9.5 to bid. First call. At 9.25, 9,250. At 9,250, but at 9,250, 9.5. 9.5, a bit of 9.5, a bit is it at 9.5. 9.5 million now. 9.6. 9.6, I don't mind playing around. 9.6 now. 9.7. At 9.7 million now, but about 9.7 million now, but about 9.7 million bid. First call, 9.6 million. At 9.6 million now, but about 9.6 million now. Second call. 9.6 9.7 9.7 now, but about 9.7 million now. 9.7 but about 9.8 9.8 million, but about 9.8 million now, but about 9.8 million stands. 9.8 million now. Asking for 9.9 9.9 million now, but about 9.9 9.8 million. First call, 9.8 million now. 9.8 but about 9.8 now, but about 9.8 million now. Second call, 9.8 million now. It's 100,000 rand more. 9.8 million. Going once. At 9.8 million. Second call, 9.8 million. Online, you're out. 9.8 million. Third and final call, 9.8 million rand. Sold at 9.8 million rand. All right, on the beat here, Timba's taking his lot number 12 to Uber Park, the Brain Street. Tenanted mixed-use building, 7-story mixed-use building, improvements of 3,296 squares, a gross annual income of plus minus 1.9 million rand. Apartment block has a total of 60 units. 39 is complete, 21 is incomplete, 6 retail units on the ground floor, storage, 15 underground parking bays, rotor shutters, and this is on a corner stand close to Park Station. A lot of feet on lot number 12. Lot number 12, ladies and gentlemen. Where would it go? Bit of a start. Opening bid. Opening bid. Asking for opening bid. 5 million. At 5 million now. Bit of 5 million now. Bit of 5 million. Opening bid. A bit. At opening bid at 5 million. Opening bid. A bit of 5. A bit of 5. A bit of 5. Any interest at 5 now. Bit of 5 now. Opening bid at 5 million now. Beautiful tenanted mixed-use building in Uber Park. Opening bid at 5. Give it a bit of 5. A bit of 5. A bit of 5. Any interest? At 5 million. I'm going to open and close at 5. Any interest at 5? At a bit of 5. No interest. Please speak to Timber at an opening bid at 5 million rand. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 13. Davy, it's finally your chance, your opportunity. Savoy Estate. Retail and versatile redevelopment opportunity. 3-story mixed-use building including retail shops. Gross annual income plus minus 334,000 rand. Ground floor retail and office space on upper floors. Zoning is a business 1, redevelopment potential, ample on-site parking. Savoy Estate is located near the N1 highway. Who cannot resist a great opportunity in the Savoy Estate? Thank you, Dobby. We have opening bid 2 million. At 2, bit of 2. 2 is stands. 2 is in, bit of 2 now, 2 to quarter. At 2,250,000. 2 million, 2, bit of 2,250,000 now. At 250, bit of 250 bid. At 250 now, bit of 250 in. 250 now, 2.5. At 2,500,000. 2,500,000, bit of 2,500,000, bit of 2,500,000. At 2,500,000, bit of 2,500,000. Yes, 2,500,000. 2,750,000. At 2,750,000 now, but a bit of 2,750. 2,750,000. 2,750,000 with a 2,750 to bit. 2,750 with a 2,750 stands. Now asking for 3 million now. Here with a bit of 3, with a bit of 3, with a bit of 3. 3 million now, with a bit of 3 million. Yes, 3 million now, with a 3 1/4. 3-1. I'll take 3-1 as well. 3 million stands. At 3 now, with a bit of 3 now, with a bit of 3 million now. 3 million now, with a bit of 3 million going once. Asking for 3.1. Here with a bit of 3.1 now, with a bit of 3.1 now, with a bit of 3.1 to go. Online, you're out. I'm asking for 3.1. At 3 million now, but a bit of 3 million now, but a bit of 3 million. Second call at 3 million. That's the third and final call. Davi, 3 million rand. Going once, twice. Third and final call. Sold at 3 million rand. Right, Mike, you're finally on the auction block. Lot number 14. Weltevreden Park, a Pick n Pay anchored neighborhood retail center. Anchored neighborhood retail center in an excellent area with a plus minus 25 long-standing tenants. They have not changed hands since the development in 1999. So long-standing tenants in this great anchor neighborhood retail center. Gross annual income plus minus 8.1 million rand. A Pick n Pay food anchor of a 25-year corporate lease. Net annual income is plus minus 4.4 million rand. The shopping center benefits from a strategic location with excellent accessibility via all the major routes, including the N1 highway. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 14. Opening bid. Where would it go? Bit of a start. 25 million now. At Pick n Pay anchored retail center, 25 million now. Here, a bit of 25, a bit of 25, a bit of 25. Yes, 25, a bit of 25 now, a bit of 25 is bid. 25 now, 25 million is in. 27.5. At 27.5, a bit of 27.5 million now. 27.5, a bit of 27.5. 25 stands, 27.5. Yes, 27.5. Thank you, 27.5. Asking for 30 million now. At 30 million now, a bit of 30 million now, a bit of 30 million bid. 30 million now, a bit of 30 million. At 30 million is worth the while at 30 million. Asking for 31 now. At 31 now, 30 million stands. 30 million now, but a bit of 30 million. Asking for 31 million now. At 31 now, but a bit of 31 now, but a bit of 31 million bid. 30 million is in. 30 million now, but a bit of 30 million now, but a bit of 30 million now. 31 million. 31. Asking for 32 million bid. A million rand more. I'll go in millions, I don't mind. 31 million now. Asking for 32. At 32 million now, but a bit of 32 million bid. A bit of 32 million bid. 31 million. I'll take a half as well. At 31.5. At 31.5, at 31.5, at 31.5 million bid. 31 million in. 31.5. Yes, 31.5. Asking 32. 32 million now, but a bit of 32 million now, but a 32 million bid. 500,000 more. 31,500,000. 31,500,000 now, but a 31,500,000. That's the first call. 31,500,000. 31,500,000. Second call. 32 million. 32 million now. 32.5. At 32.5 million, a bit of 32.5, a bit of 32.5 million bid. 32 million stands. 32.5 million bid. Any bit of 32.5, a bit of 32.5. First call at 32 million. Second call. 32 million and a half. At 32.5, a bit of 32.5, a bit of 32.5 million bid. 32 million. First call. 32 million. Second call. 32 million. Third and final call, 32 million rand. Sold at 32 million rand. Right, Sharice, you're back. We are going to Limpopo, number 6A and 6 Peters Street, Annandale, Limpopo, residential development site in Polokwane. Also, 2 urban up for grabs. Vacant land, zoning is residential. 4 different sizes here, cumulatively of 4,284. Ladies and gentlemen, by request of our interested parties, we will be offering these 2 portions separately. The first portion that we'll put on offer, ladies and gentlemen, is portion 1 of Earth 166. Correct? Portion 1 of Earth 166. This is the 1,428 square meter property, zoned residential 4, offers the perfect opportunity for developers, approved for up to 9 units or a single dwelling with 112 rooms. Ideal for student accommodation development. So we're offering separately, ladies and gentlemen, in Polokwane. The first one we're offering is portion 1 of Earth 166. Please be clear. We're offering the first portion, number 1 of Earth 166. Ladies and gentlemen, opening bid to stands. Opening bid, phone bid is ready. Live bid is ready. 500,000. Yes, you heard right. Opening bid at 500,000 now, bid at 500,000 now. Opening bid at 500,000. Asking for 600,000 now. 600 on the phone. 600 is a bit of a phone, bid at 700,000 now. At 700,000, a bit of 700,000 now. That's portion 1 of Earth 166. 700 is in. 700,000 is in. 800,000 now. At 800,000, a bit of 800,000, a bit of 800,000 now. 800 on the phone. 800 is back on the phone, but 800,000 now, but 900,000 now. A bit of 9 now, but 9 now, but 900,000 now. No, we're not taking smalls, sir. That's after the auction. 900 will take some smalls, yes. 900,000 is in. 1 million now. Had a million now, but a million now, but a million now. 900,000 in, asking for a million now, but a million now. Million is in with Cherise. Cherise in at a million now. 1,100,000. Had a 1,100,000 now, but a 1,100,000, but a 1,100,000 now. 1,100,000. 1 million rand stands. Had a million now, but a million now, but a million now. Asking for 1.1. Here, but a 1.1 now, but a 1.1. 1.2. 1.1. 1.1 is in, but about a 1.1. Asking for 1.2 million now. Here, but about a 1.2, but about a 1.2 now, but about a 1.2 to bid. At a 1.2, but about a 1.2, but a 1.3. At a 1.2 now, but about a 1.2. 1.1 here, but about a 1.1. First call. Asking for 1.3. Asking for 1.3 now, but about a 1.3 now, but about a 1.3 to bid. At 1.3 now, but about a 1.3 now, but a 1.3 to bid. 1.1. Second call. At 1.1 now, but about a 1.1. Hammer's Eye. 1,100,000. Cerise in. 1,100,000 going once. 1,150,000. A small one. Small one will take 1,250,000. At 1,250,000 now, but a 1,250,000. Asking for 1.3. I'll only be fair. 1.3 million. At a 1.3 now, but about a 1.3 million now, but about a 1.3 million bid. 1,300,000. 1,300,000, but 1,300,000. First call, 1,300,000. Second call, 1,300,000. You in at 1,250,000. At 1,250,000. Third and final call. The phone is injuries. 1,250,000 going once, going twice. Third and final call, 1,250,000 rand. Sold at 1,250,000. Right, quickly moving into the second portion of 521. Opening lot number 521, that is the second portion. Still in Limpopo, Polokwane, ladies and gentlemen. 521 is the bigger portion. This is 2,856 square meter property created by consolidating 2 adjacent stands. Has been newly rezoned for residential development. Approval for up to 18 townhouses. The site is perfect for development looking to invest on high growth area. This is now the second portion, ladies and gentlemen, in Polokwane. This is the bigger one. Opening bid, R1 million. Had a million now, but about a million now, but a million rand a bit. Had a million now, but about a million now. It's twice the size, ladies and gentlemen. Had a million now, but about a million now, but about a million opening bid. Had a million now, but about a million now. Asking for 1.25. Had a 1.25 now, but a million now, but about a million now. Any opening bid at R1 million. Had 1 million now, but about a 1 million now, but about a 1 million now. Any interest? At R1 million. This is the bigger portion, ladies and gentlemen. At $1 million now, but about $1 million now, but about $1 million bid. Open and close. Cherise, I'm going to open and close. Asking for R1 million. Heading into $1 million, but $1 million for the bigger portion. Open and close at opening bid at R1 million. Open and close. Right, moving on to lot number 16. I said I don't want any papers. Lot number 16 is Dane Fern. Opulent double-story home. Double-story home, 5-bedroom, all ensuite, pool, lush garden, patio with built-in braai, spacious gym room, gourmet kitchen, solar, and a 21,000-litre emergency reservoir. This is where we are. Grant is taking us to Dane Fern. I hope this is not Grant's handwriting here. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is lot number 16. Lot number 16 ready. Opening bid. Asking for opening bid. 13 million now. At 13 million now, but a bit of 13 million now, but a bit of 13 million now. At 13 million now, but at 13. You heard me right. 1-3. 13 million round for a Danefin Opulent double-story home at 13 million. At 13 million now, but a bit of 13 million now, but a opening bid at 13 million now. At a phone, a bit of 13 million now, but a bit of 13 million now. Going once, 13 million. At 13 million now, but a bit of 13 million now, but a bit of 13 million bid. Any opening bid at 13. At 13 now, but a bit of 13 going once, 13 twice, 13 million. Right, opening close at 13 million. Moving on to the next lot. Lot number 17. Free State, my favorite place. Die Cheetahs. Savile is taking us to Bloemfontein, Free State in Noordhoek. Yeah, that's the Noordhoek in Bloemfontein, not in Cape Town. A prime mixed-use property with stable income and strong growth potential. This is a 1,869 square meter property, offers high visibility on a busy road next to a shopping center, providing a diverse income stream. 4 fully tenanted 2-bedroom flats, retail space occupied by a sports pub, convenience store, and a biltong shop. Mini warehousing units, which is approximately 1,000 square meters. Land size, 2,844 square meters. A gross annual income potential of plus minus 1.4 million rand. Low maintenance design, secure parking, prepaid utilities. Very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 17. Already we have opening bid 4 million now. Opening bid in Bloemfontein at 4 million. In the Free State, 4 million opening bid, 4.25 now. At 4.25 now, but a bit of 4.25 now, but a bit of 4.25 bid. 4.25 now, but a bit of 4.25 asking for 4.5. At 4.5 million now, but a bit of 4.5 million now. At 4.5, but a bit of 4.5, but a bit of 4.5. 4.5, but a bit of 4.5, asking for 4,750. At 4,750. At asking for 4,750 now, but a 4.5 is in. 4,750. At 4,750 now, but a bit of 4,750. 4.5 million. At 4,750, but a 4,750. First call, 4,750. At 4,750 now, but a bit of 4,750. Second call at 4,750 now, but I can't take that small, sir. At 4,750. 4,750 now, but a bit of 4,750 going once. Asking for 5 million now. Here, but a bit of 5 now, but a bit of 5 now, but a bit of 5 million a bit. 4,800,000, I'll take you small. 4,800,000. 4,900,000. At 4.9 now, but a bit of 4.9 now, but a bit of 4.9 now. 4,800,000 is in. Asking for 4,900,000. 100,000 or more. This is Bloemfontein, sir. Up and coming town. 4,900,000 now. 4,900,000, but a bit of 4,900,000, but a bit of 4,900,000. 4,800,000. First call. 4.9. Second call. 4.8 now, but a bit of 4.9 is back. 4.9. Now the 5, sir. The handful at 5 million now, but a bit of 5 million now, but a bit of 5 million bid. At 5 now, but a bit of 5 now, but a bit of 5. 4,900,000. 4,900,000, but a bit of 4,900,000, but a bit of 4,900,000. Last call at 5 million now. Here, but a bit of 5 now, but a bit of 5 now, 4,900,000. First call, 4,900,000. Second call, 4,900,000. Third and final call, 4,900,000 rand. Sold at 4,900,000. Right, finally, Neil, you get your dream to be a All Black supporter. You're going to Auckland Park. Here we go. Prime multi-purpose commercial building in Auckland Park. 3 buildings, consolidated stands, established tenant, earth size of 3,965 squares, improvement size of plus minus 1,700 squares, ample access and parking in a tranquil neighborhood. Potential gross annual income of 1.6 million rand. This is directly opposite the UJ campus, ladies and gentlemen. So great opportunity. Lot number 18, Niels. Where we go? Opening bid is in. App bidders is in. Phone bidders, here we go. Hobby it, where we go? 6.5 million now. 6.5, but a bit of 6.5, yes. 6.5 million now, but it's 7 million now, but it's 7 million. 7 spirit, but it's 7 million now. 7 million is in, but a bit of 7 million now. At 7.5. At 7.5 million now, but a bit of 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 million bet. 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5. 7.5, but a bit of 7.5. 7.5 stands. 7.5 million now. 250 more. 7,750,000. I'll take it. 7,750,000, 7,750,000, 7,750,000, asking for 8 million now. Here, but 8 million now, but 8 million now, but 8 million now. 7,750,000. At 7,850,000 now, but I can't take 50, sir. This is a big opportunity here. 7,750,000. At 7,750,000 now, but 7,750,000. 7.8. I'll take you 7.8. At 7.8 million now, asking for 7.9. At 7.9 now, but 7.9 now, but 7.9 a bit. 7.9. At 7,900,000. At 7,900,000 now, but 7,900,000 now. At 7,900,000 now. First call, 7,800,000. Second call, 7,800,000, asking for 7.9. At 7.9 now, but a bit of 7.9 now, but a bit of 7.9 a bit. Third and final call. At Passat, online where we go. 7.8 million, third and final call. Going once, going twice. Third and final call, 7.8 million rand. Sold at 7.8 million rand. Almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Gauteng, lot number 19, 23.9105 hectares. Apparently, that is what we're selling. Greer's taking us industrial park. 3 zone stands in Beyers Ridge Industrial Park. What a great opportunity. 3 separate subdivisions with respectively 17 hectares, 4.9 hectares, and 1.9 hectares. This great opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, the zoning is special, which makes it provision for light industrial, commercial, or residential zoning rights. Lot number 19 in Gauteng, in a great area. We also will offer this as a rate per square meter. Ladies and gentlemen, there is 3 opportunities on this lot. Interest has shown that we will combine this as one combined 23.9 hectare opportunity. You will be offering the square meter rate. There's an option A of 17 hectares, option B of 4.9, and option C of 1.9. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are offering on the lot number 19 the per square meter rate. That is on offer, ladies and gentlemen. That is lot number 19, Beyers Ridge Industrial Park. Lot number 19, we are offering opening bid 350 Rand a square. At 350 Rand a square meter now. At 350 now, but a bit of 350 now, but a bit of 350 Rand a square. At 350. Yes, you heard me right. A good opportunity at 350 square meter now. Great opportunity. There's 23.9 hectares available. 350. At 350, opening bid at 350 Rand a square. 350 now, but a bit of 350 going once. Opening. Asking for 350, a bit of 350. Rate per square meter at 350. We're going to open and close lot number 19 at 350 Rand a square meter. 350 Rand a square meter, open and close. Lot number 20. Angelique, thank you very much. I love this description. The Dolphin Coast in Ballito and Durban, an experience a stunning home that blends Asian tropical architecture with modern elegance. Don't you just want to buy this? What a great opportunity. Furniture will be inclusive. It is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, sea view. Patio times 2. I have to mention 2 swimming pools. 1 global swimming pool and 1 private pool. 1 private pool. I have to mention a private pool. And also, ladies and gentlemen, the new age is here. This is a smart activated house. So you can switch on your lights, boiler, kettle, start your swimming pool, put on your lights. This is a smart activated house in a beautiful area of Ballito in Durban. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great opportunity. Lot number 20. Lot number 20. Opening bid already. 6 million. At 6 million is in, but a bit of 6 million now, but a bit of 6 million. 6.5. Ballito, here we go at 6.5 million bid. But a bit of 6.5 now, but a bit of 6.5 now, but a bit of 6.5. 6.5, but a bit of 6.5, but a bit of 6.5. 6.5 on the phone. 6.5 is in, thank you, Manny, but it's 7 million now. At 7 now, but a bit of 7 million now. 7 million already. 7 is in now, but a bit of 7 is in already. 7.5. At 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 to go. 7.5 in already. 7.5 7.5 we have. Bidding is period at 7.5. I'll take 7.6 million. Yes, sir, I can read your lips. 7.6, you can't say ugly words. 7.6 million now. At 7.6 million now, but over to 7.6 now, but over to 7.6. 7.6 million now. At 7.6 now, but over to 7.6 million bid. At 7.6 now, but over to 7.6. 7.7. 7.7 million, thank you, sir. 7.7 million is on the floor. 7.7 is here, but a 7.8 now. At 7.8 million now, but over to 7.8 now, asking for 7.9. At 7.9 now, but over to 7.9 now, but over to 7.9. At 7.8 now, but over to 7.8. First call, 7,800,000. At 7,800,000 now, but over to 7,800,000. Second call, don't lose it for 100,000. At 7,800,000 now. At 7,800,000 over to 7,800,000 now. 7,800,000 going once. 7,800,000 going twice. Pick your bet stands at 7.7 million going once. 7.7 million now. Asking for 7.8. How about a 7.8 million now? But about a 7.8 now. But about a 7.8 million a bit. 7.8 million now. Hammer's Eye 87, we are selling 7.8 million. At 7.8 now, but over to 7.8 going once. 7.8 million going twice. We are selling. We waiting? Is there something that they're just trying to explain? We are selling 87. In at 7.7 million going once, twice. Third and final call at 7.7 million rand. Sold at 7.7 million rand. Congratulations. Bid was here at 7.7, eh? Right, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 21. Mo multi-tenanted office park. Great investment opportunity. Gross annual income 4.8 million rand. Land size of 8,474 square meter. Improvement of 3,211. 3,211. Zone is special zoning. Stand development with office space, access to property via Molebongwe Drive. Multi-tenanted, neat and well maintained. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 21 already. My opening bid was there, but already the bid is at 19 million. 19 million, a bit of 19 million now. 19 million, a bit of 19 million, asking for 20 million now. At 20 million now, a bit of 20 million now. Already we at 19 million. That's lot number 21, a bit of 19 million now. Asking for 20 million now, a bit of 20 million now. 20, a bit of 20 stands. At 20 million now, a bit of 20 million now, a bit of 20 million a bit. At 20 million now, a bit of 19 million in. At 20 million now, a bit of 20 million now. 19 million, a bit of 19 strong, bit of 19, bit of 19 million now. 19 now, bit of 19 now, a bit of 20 million bid. At 20 now, 20? 19 and a half, just for you, Greg, just for today. Feels like Christmas today. At 19 and a half million now. Asking for 20 million bid. Have a bit of 20 now, but a bit of 20 now, but a bit of 20 million a bit. At 20 million now, but a bit of 20 million, but a bit of 20 million a bit. 19 and a half is in. 19,750,000. At 19,750,000, asking for 20 million bid. How about a bit of 20 million now, but a bit of 20 million now, but a bit of 20 million a bit. 20 million a bit. 19,750,000, asking for 20. At 19,750,000 going once. At 19,750,000. At 19,750,000 now, but a 19,750,000. Twice now. 19,750,000. At 19,750,000 now, but a 19,750,000. Bid stands. 19,750,000. 19,750,000 going once. 19,750,000 going twice. Third and final call, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my soul, we are not selling cars here. That's Gift's job. Where's Gift? Gift, come sell some cars here, please. 19,800,000. You're right. 19,800,000. Thanks for that, Gift. 19,800,000 over to 19,800,000 we stand. 19,900,000, I'll be fair. 19,900,000. 19,900,000 over to 19,900,000. Bidders on the phone. 19,800,000. 19,900,000. 19.9. 19.9 over to 19.9. First call, 19.9. Second call, 19.9. Have it at 19.9 now, have it at 19.9. 19.9. Another small one if you wish to do so. At 19,900,000. We are selling Hammer Eye 19.9 million now. 19.9, bit of 19.9. Third and final call. Hammer's Eye. We are selling 99. 99 sounds like 19,900,000 on the phone. They always lie to you, Greg. 19,900,000. 19,900,000. You're asking for 20 million bid. How about a bit of 20 now? Bit of 20 now? Bit of 20 million bid. 19,900,000. 19,900,000. First call. 19,900,000. I won't force you. 19,900,000. Second call. On the phone. 19,900,000 going once and twice. Hammer's Eye, 19,900,000 rand. Sold at 19,900,000. Righty, lot number 22, Rustenburg. Niels took an Uber to Rustenburg. Corporate disposal, Rustenburg retail building, well-maintained retail building, established tenants, gross annual income of 4 million rand. Triple net lease in place, earth size of 8,332 squares. Improvement size of 6,327 squares. Additional parking with extra income. Pedestrian through quality exposure and air conditioning in this heat in Rustenburg CBD. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 22. Where would it go? Bit of a start. Opening bid on the floor, 9 million. At 9 million now, bit of a 9 million now, bit of a 9 million opening bid. At 9 now, bit of a 9 now, bit of a 9. Yes, you heard me right. Gross annual income of 4 million rand. Opening bid at 9. 9 million, bit of a 9 million now, bit of a 9 million bid. Any bit of a 9, opening bid of a 9. At 9 now, bit of a 9 now, bit of a 9. Niels at 9 million now. I'm going to open and close. Opening bid at 9. Open and close at 9 million rand. Lot number 22. Open and close at 9 million. Moving on to lot number 23. Mafeking CBD. Visser Street and Mandela Avenue. Corner of Nelson Mandela Avenue and Visser Street. Temba has brought us for the third time around a primed zone development site. Land size of 1.4 hectares. Zoning rights business. Site improvements of vacant development site. Permitted for multi-purpose use, residential, filling stations, student accommodation, shops, wholesale trade, place of refreshment, offices, medical practices, hotels, offices, whatever your heart desires. Excellent location opposite the Mafeking Mall and Protea Hotel. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 23. Right, here we go, bit of a start. Here we go. 5 million opening bid. Yes, bit of 5, bit of 5. 5 million opening bid, bit of 5. 5 is in, bit of 5, 5.5. At 5.5 million now, bit of 5.5, 5.5, bit of 5. 5.5 is in, bit of 5.5. Thank you. 5.5, bit of 5.5 now, bit of 6 million now. Here, bit of 6 now, bit of 6 now, bit of 6. At 5.5 stands, asking for 6 million now. 6 out, bit of 6 is in. 6 now, thank you. Spirit bidding 6, 6.5. At 6.5 coming back, bit of 6.5 now, bit of 6.5. 6.5 now, bit of 6.5. 6.5, bit of 6, 750. 6, 750, asking for 7, sir. At 7 is a good number at 7 million now. Here, bit of 7 now, bit of 7 now, bit of 7 million bid. 6,750 asking for 7 million bid. How about a 7 now, bit of 7. Mafeking CBD, 7 million. 7 is in, bit of 7. And a 7-1. 7-1, bit of 7-1, thank you. 7,100,000. 7,100,000, a bit of 7-1, bit of 7-2. 7,200,000. I don't mind working. 7,200,000, a bit of 7-2. 7.2 million now, 7.2. 7.2 going once. 7,200,000. Asking for 7.3. At 7.3 million, bit of 7.3 million, bit of 7.3 million now. 7.2. At 7.2 million now, bit of 7.3. At 7.2 million going twice now. At 7.2 million, 7.3. Back at 7.3. 7.3 million, a bit in at 7.3 million now. At 100,000 more, bit of 7.4. How bit of 7.4 now, bit of 7.3. First call. Second call. 7.3. 7.3 million going once. Going twice. 7.3 million rand. Sold at 7.3 million rand. Righty, lot number 24. Harry. Is Harry in the house today? Harry is in the house today. Florida Park. 20 Destin Avenue, Florida Park. Earth size of 1,863. Site improvements of plus minus 500 squares. Zoning of residential 3. We are offering you a prime multi-purpose commercial building. Need commercial offices, 4 fully tenanted residential flats. Land size we mentioned, zoning rights, residential 3, controlled access and parking, situated on the main arterial with ample exposure. Opposite Roodepoort Town Council, adjacent to the UNISA building. Ladies and gentlemen, that is lot number 24, already bid in 22 million now. At 2 million now, lot number 24. At opening bid of 2 million. At 2 million now, bid of 2 million now, bid of 2 million bid. At 2 million now, bid of 2.1. 2.1 now, bid of 2.1 million. Yes. 2.1 million now, bid of 2.2. Bid of 2.2 now, bid of 2.2. 2.2 million stat. At 2.2 now, asking for 2.2. 2.2 now, bid of 2.2 million now. At 2.2 now, asking for 2.3. Bid of 2.3 now, bid of 2.2. At 2.2 now, bid of 2.2. 2,200,000. At 2,200,000 now, but at 2.3. Asking for 2.3 now, but at 2.3. 2.2. Have it over 2.2 now, but over 2.2. I don't mind. 2.2 million now, but over 2.2. First call, 2.2 million now. Second call, 2.2 million now. 2.3, 2.3 is in. 2.3 million is in, but over 2.3. Asking for 2.4 now. But over 2.4 now, but over 2.4 million now, but over 2.4 million bid. At 2.4, but over 2.4. But over 2.4, 2,400,000. First call, 2.4 million now. Second call, at 2.4 now, but over 2.4 now, but over 2.4 million now. Third and final call, 2,400,000. Any bids? 2,400,000 going once, twice. Third and final call. Harry, your bid stands. 2.3 million going once. 2.3 million going twice. Third and final call. 2.3 million rand. Sold at 2.3 million rand. Well done, Harry. Thank you very much. Can I also get a handshake afterwards, please? Right, lot number 25. Lot number 25. In Hyde Park, 41 Melville Road, upmarket 4-bedroom townhouse. General built area of 264. There's 4 bedrooms, all ensuite. 4 bathrooms, guest bathroom, spacious lounge with built-in fireplace, dining area, designer kitchens, private garden, double garage, large and modern staff accommodation, and in a sought-after location. Ladies and gentlemen, lot number 25 in Hyde Park. All right, where we go? Opening bid. 3.5 million, yes. At 3.5 million now, but about 3.5 million is that. 3.5 million, but 3.5 now, but 3.5, but 3.5. 3,750 from a lady right in front. I like it if you move closer. It's cheaper in the front seats, trust me. 3,750 in front. Asking for 4 million now. Here, but a bit of 4 now, but a 4 we have. 4 million now, but a bit of 4.25. At 4.25 now, but a bit of 4.25 now, but a bit of 4.25 bit. At 4.25 now, but a bit of 4.25. 4,250. 4,200,000, but a bit of 4,250. That's a beautiful 4,250. 4,250 now, but a 4,250. At 4 million now, but a 4.5. 4,500,000. 4,500,000 right in front. 4,500,000. I'll go 4.6, ma'am. I don't mind. Davy, I'll go 4.6 if your client wants 4.6. At 4.6 now. Shawnee, your lady's in at 4.5 million now. At 4.5, but a bit of 4.5, but a bit of 4.5 million now. 4.5, but a bit of 4.5. First call. At 4.6 now, but a bit of 4.6 now, but a bit of 4.6 million now. At 4.6, at a bit of 4.6. At a bit of 4.6 now, but a bit of 4.6. Second call. 4.6 million now. At 4.6 now, but a bit of 4.6. Going once. Going twice. 4.5 million rand. Right in front. I told you it's cheap in front. Sold at 4.5 million rand. Congratulations. Alright, lot number 26. Shout out to my stream team. They're streaming it fantastically today. I like the music. Lot number 26. The 357 Main Road in Bryanston. Mike went to Bryanston. Probably lives there as well. Zoning rights, business special rights, site improvements of 700 square meters. The earth size plus minus 4,549. This is our great media, sound and studio and event venue opportunity. Main road exposure, 2 vehicle and 1 pedestrian access point, secure suburban environment, Bryanston commercial hub, Special zoning, as we mentioned, 87, this property includes 35 parking bays, 8 sound studios, multiple offices and boardroom, kitchen, bar and dining area, outside bar, stage, pool and entertainment areas, a generator for obvious reasons, security system, and then 2 times 10,000 litre backup wine tanks. So no one's listening. Water tanks. All right, I'm just checking. Lot number 26, ladies and gentlemen. What a great media, sound, studio and event venue opportunity in the heart of Bryanston. We have an opening bid, 5 million. Had opening bid, a bit of 5, a bit of 5, a bit of 5. 5 is in, bit of 5 million now, bit of 5.5. 5.5 million now, bit of 5.5. 5.5 million, bit of 5.5. 5.5 million is in. Great opportunity, 5.5, thank you, 5.5, 6 million bid. Have a bit of 6 now, bit of 6 now, bit of 6 million bid. 6 million stands, 6 is in, 6.5 million now. Have a bit of 6.5, bit of 6.5, 6.25 will take small. 6.25 now, thank you, take a 6.25. 6,250,000. Had 6,250,000 now, bit of 6,250,000. 6,250,000 going once. Asking for 6.5 now, sir. At 6.5, bit of 6.5, 6.5, thank you. 6.5 million, bit of 6.5. At 6.5 million now, bit of 6.5, but still stands 6,250,000. At 6,250,000, bit of 6,250,000. Second call, 6,250,000. At 6,250,000, now bit of 6.5. At a bit of 6.5, bit of 6.5. 6.5 now, bit of 6.5. 6.5 is in. 6.5, bit of 6.5. 6.5, bit of 6. 6,750,000. At 6,750,000 now. 6.5 million in. At 6.5 million now, but a bit of 6.5 million, bit of 6.5 million. First call, 6.5. Second call, 6.5. 6,750,000. Third and final call, 6.5 million rand. Sold at 6.5 million rand. Right, 3 lots to go. Lot number 27, Graskop. Mr. Lichtenstein is taking us to Graskop. Grasshead, sorry. Graskop, 3,345 square meters, general built area of 2,257. This is the corporate lease with national tenant, long-standing national tenant of Spar, Tops and PEP. National commencement trading on the site since 2012. 3 years remaining of the current lease and a turnover clause. Spar Corporated lease in place. Spar's willing to sign another 5 to a 10-year lease renewal. So a great opportunity. There's a lot number 27 in Graskop. Right, where we go in Graskop to go? Here, opening bid stands 20 million. At 20 million, opening bid at 20 million now. Great corporate lease opportunity at 20 million now. At 20 million now, but a bit of 20 million now, but a bit of 20 million bid. At 20 million opening bid, a bit of 20 million. No, sir. 20 million opening bid. I hope that wasn't a 5 million opening bid. At 20 million, yes. There we go. But a bit of 20 million now, but a bit of 20 million opening bid. Asking for 21 million now. Here, but a bit of 21 now, but a bit of 21 now, but a bit of 21 million a bid. At 20 million in. 21. At 21 now, but a bit of 21 million out, a bit of 21 million bid. At 21, but a bit of 21, asking for 22 million bid. How about a bit of 22, but a bit of 22. Great opportunity. 22 million. At 22 now, but a bit of 22 million now, but a bit of 22 million bid. 22.5. 22.5 stands. 22.5 million now, but a bit of 22.5 million bid. At 22.5 now, but a bit of 22. 22.5. 22.5 asking for 23 million now. Here, but a bit of 23 million now, but a bit of 23 million now, but a bit of 23. That's 500,000 more. At 23 million now, but a 23 now. 22.5 million. 23.5 million going once. At 22.5 million. Second call. 22.5 million. Third and final call. 22.5 million rand. Third and final call, 22.5 million rand. Sold at 22.5 million rand. Right, lot number 28. Nobody can describe a property like Zama. It is an extraordinary manner of grandeur and elegance. Fantastic. This is number 5, Banbury Street in Bryanston. Earth size of 4,290 squares. Site improvements of plus minus 2,000 squares. Zoning rights, residential. This is a 6-bedroom house, 6 bathrooms, 3 garages, 2 kitchens, 3 lounges, 2 dining areas, a pool, a study, another 2 pajama lounges, and a 2-bedroom flatlet. What a great lot. Number 28, investment in Bryanston. Where would we go? Opening bid at 4 million. At 4 million, a bit of 4 million. Opening bid, 4's in, 4.5. At 4.5, a bit of 4.5 in Bryanston. At 4.5, a bit of 4.5. Telephone, a bit of 4.5. Now 5. At 5 now, a bit of 5 already. At 5 million we stand. 5 million, a bit of 5 now, a bit of 5. 5 and a bit of 5.25. 5.25. Thank you now. 5.5. At 5.5 million now, a bit of 5.5. A bit of 5.5 million now. 5.25 now, a bit of 5.25. That's 5,250,000. At 5,250,000 now, a bit of 5,250,000. At 5,200,000, asking for 5.5. Now a bit of 5.5, a bit of 5.5, 5.5 a bit. At 5.5 now, 5.5. 5.5, thank you, a bit of 5.5, asking for 5,750. At 5.6, 5.6, a bit of 5.6. 5.7. 5.6, but a bit of 5.6, 5,600,000. 100,000 more makes it 5.7. Have a bit of 5.7 now, but a bit of 5.7 now, 5.6 million. At 5.6 now, but a bit of 5.6 million now going once. 5.6, asking for 5.7. Where's the woe? At 5,700,000. 5,700,000 now, but a bit of 5,700,000. First call, 5,600,000. Second call, 5,600,000. In Bryanston, 5,600,000 stands. Third and final call, 5,600,000 rand. Sold at 5,600,000. Right, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 29. The last lot for today. Many of you had the first lot and you have the last lot. This is a business rescue, a prominent office building in Business Rescue in Kempton Park. Number 9, a long street, earth sizes of 2,637 and 4,799. Site improvement, a general let area of 4,997 squares. Zoning is business 2. This is built on 2 urban, neat, well-maintained building. Large balconies and patios, air-conditioned offices, an excellent location along the long street in Kempton Park Central. Ample parking base for tenants and for guests. This is lot number 29, ladies and gentlemen. The last lot for 2024. We have a opening bid at 2.5 million. At 2,500,000. At 2,500,000, at 2,500,000, at 2,500,000. 2,500,000, at 2,500,000. Thank you. Now 3 million bid. At 3 million now, but a 3 million bid, a 3 million bid. 2.5 is already in. Now 3. 3 million is in, but 3 is in now. Thank you. 3 is in now, but 3.5. I'm already at 3.5. At 3.5 million now, but 3.5. 4 million. 4 million, thank you. At 4 million, try to keep up, Manny. At 4 million now, but a bit of 4.5 million now. At 4.5, but a bit of 4.5, but a bit of 4.5 million a bit. 4.5, thank you. Spirit bidding at 4.5 million is in. Now 5. At 5 million now, but a bit of 5 million now, but a bit of 5 million, but a bit of 5. 4.5 is in. Now 5. 5 million, thank you. 5 million is in. I have 5 million. Share. 5 million is in, but a bit of 5 million now, but a bit of 5 now, 5.5. At 5.5 now, but a bit of 5.5, but a bit of 5.5. 5 million is in. 5.5. 5.5, thank you. At 5.5 now, but a bit of 5.5. 5.5 we have. Now 6 million. At 6 million now, but a bit of 6 million now, but a bit of 6 million bid. 5.5 is in. Now 6 million. At 6 million now, but a bit of 6 million now, but a bit of 6 million bid. 5.5 is in. At a bit of 5.5, but a bit of 5. 6 million. I'm just confirming. How many sixes is there? 6 million, thank you. Thank you, 6 million. 6 million is in, asking for 6.5. At 6.5 million now, but a bit of 6.5 million now, but a bit of 6.5 million bid. 6 million stat. At 6.5 now, but a bit of 6.5 now, but a bit of 6.5 million bid. At 6.5 now, but a bit of 6.5. First call, 6 million. At 6.5, 6.5. 6.5, but a bit of 6.5 now, 7 million bid. At 7 million now, but a bit of 7 million now, but a bit of 7 million bid. At 7 now, but a bit of 7 now, but a bit of 7 million bid. 6.5 is in, now 7. At 7 million now, but a bit of 7 now, but a bit of 7 million. 7. 7 million. 7 million is in, now 7.5. At 7.5 million now, but a bit of 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 million a bit. Bid is in at 7 million. At 7 million now, but a bit of 7 million now, but a bit of 7 million a bit. At 7.5. At 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5. 7.5. At 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5. First call. At 7.5 million now. At 7.5 now, chamber, but a bit of 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 million now. At 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 now, but a 7.5. Second call at 7.5 million now. At 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 million bid. At 7.5 million bid. Going once. At 7 million now. At 7.5. At 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 million a bid. Going once. Going twice. I'll give you some time. Yeah, 7. No, 7. I'm asking for 7.5 million. At 7.5 now, but a 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 bit a bit. At 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 now. In or out. 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 going once. At 7.5 million. Going twice now. At 7.5 million. Tell me your ladies or your people are in at 7 million going once. Going twice. Third and final call. At 7 million rand. Out. Out. 7 million rand. Sold at 7 million rand. Right, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations. Thank you very much. We enjoyed every second of 2024. Be safe. Have a festive season. God bless. And we'll see you back in 2025. Thank you.